Well, we got up at 5 this morning before my hubby's work, and we're just laying out where we're going to put the wobblers. They're made by Senager, and we're going to put them about every 20 feet, because we just got a water gauge, and we were able to determine that we get about 30 psi. And wobblers are really good. They can work as low as 10 psi. So we're using that as sprayers on top of 8-foot T-posts, and which are 6 foot above ground, I guess, or something like that. And so anyway, we're going to get some water to this garden. Now, yeah, we do have the swales to use as irrigation too for when the plants are more established, when the perennials are, but right now we have a bunch of clover seed on top that needs to be watered. So we need kind of more of a top watering type of system. So that's what we're doing right now, getting it all ready.
So we're making almost 7 feet little pieces that go up along our posts for our wobblers, the T-posts. And the hose is so tight, so to be able to fit it around the plastic hose fitting, I heat up the hose a bit so that I can actually get it on properly. Especially the female one is kind of hard. The male one has no loose parts, so it's easier to screw, but this one is pain in the butt to get on. But it is working so much, a little bit at least. So in the end, we need for our system. Oh, you passed it so good, honey. We need a female on this side and a male on this side. So we cut little pieces. So each of these pieces are going, we are stripping with the zip ties along the T-post. And then we have a Y here at the bottom. We will show that when we have it all done. Okay, so we have put in the first row of our watering system for our garden here. So my wife is behind me. She's going to turn on the water. You'll see what happens. There goes the first one. There comes the second one. There's the third one. Yahoo! It works. Actually works pretty good. So this is, I'm going to turn around. Try not to get the sun on the camera. So pay no attention to all our mess, but way up there somewhere is our truck with an IBC tote, 270 gallon. And we have 1100 gallon tank there. So we wanted some more pressure, so I have to move this tank further up. But right about this area right where I'm pointing, we are going to have a battery driven. We have a 2-port now, but we are going to get a 4-port Orbit automatic watering system that goes on 2 or 3 or 4. The one we have now use 2, maybe the bigger ones use more, I don't know, AA batteries. So you can water one zone at a time. And it comes through the hose here and it waters. Awesome. That looks pretty good, honey.
It does look good.
So right now I measured at the end of this black hose here, I think we are getting almost 30 psi. So what these are called wobblers from Senager. And a nice thing about these things is there's no, even if you see the wobbler itself move at the top, it what do you call those sprinkler that goes like
nozzle. Oh, the impact nozzle?
Yeah, the impact thing that goes they have a thinner opening, So they're more apt to be messed up by dirt and stuff. But these ones don't work the similar way. So they seem to be working pretty well. Even the last one.
They don't really have any moving parts.
No, they don't have, other than the wobbler. It's hard to see the sun. The wobbler on top here is only moving part, but it doesn't have anything to do with the water. It just wobbles around because of the water. So we have a 5/8. This is actually a 3/4 inch hose, but the rest is a 5/8 inch hose. And we have tried to even I will show later how I really built this. But we use Y splitters, and when you get splitters, it is important to make sure that you get some that are have a big hole through the whole thing, and not some of these, because of the ball when you close them. There's like a thin opening, but these do not have that, so that's awesome. So I will get.
So the impact nozzle works, you know, because of the pressure. The impact nozzle, you know, takes more pressure to make it go. But these just have a wobble that sits on top, and the water just coming through itself, not the pressure, you know, sends the spray. So with a wobbler, you can have it down to 10 psi, and they will still work, the minimum. Usually around 22 is good, 22 to 30. But yeah, they will even work at 10. So it's really nice for people who live off grid and don't have pressurized irrigation.
Yeah. So what we have here, we have an 80 by 100 area here, and that post there is 20 foot from it's going to be a fence here, 20 foot from here, and 20 foot from, where would it be? It's hard to see. Yes, that one. From there. So it's 20 and 20, and that's there. And then every 20 feet over, we have one of these. So these are 8-foot T-posts that I pounded into the ground with a bammer, honey. Yeah. With a post driver. And then we put a wobbler on top, and just a splitter, so that the water can go up and continue to the next one. So we have a splitter on each of these. It seems to work really well.
And we initially have eight, but we're going to have to get 4 more. So we'll have a total of 12.
Yeah. So if you water one zone at a time, that seems to work very well. And we have the option, actually, I can use the excavator, and up in the mountains behind me, I can actually get a lot more PSI if I really want to. So we'll see.
Maybe then we can water all 12. But for now, we'll do 4 or 8, depending on how the 8 work.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Another thing about these Sininger wobblers, we are just so impressed how awesome this works with that low PSI, but they are so quiet. It's just like the rain. Some of these other is that what are they called?
Yeah, the impact sprinklers.
The impact sprinkler goes ch 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 ch. They can be so noisy. But I've heard that just as a test, I heard someone put 110 psi on these, and then they do start making sounds. But that's not what they're meant for. So this works awesome. We are really happy.
But this is the Excel version of the wobbler.
Yeah.
It's the highest. It's the highest. What do you call it? Version of the wobbler.
Okay. Yeah, this is the Excel version. We have a version. We will come back to all the details, and I'll go through all the things we have used here.